Good evening, everyone, and welcome to yet another exciting session of Candid Meena. And I'm sure yesterday each and everyone must have seen the very interesting, news from Doctor from Rajgopal ji yesterday, and he clarified on many of the news, the political news especially, and also various scoops. He revealed on yesterday's session. If you missed that session, make sure to check that particular video because it has a lot of information which you don't get from the mainstream news channels, and you get it early before they report. So now today we have a lot of news. In fact, that Nora has exposed a lot of Bollywood's what is really going on hidden in Bollywood, and also now Kejriwal is in further trouble. So we'll be talking about that as well. And welcome Yubi, and welcome each and everyone who is tuning in live, as well as watching this when you get the free time. So friends, it is over to you.
Yeah. So friends, now, the actor Yash breaks the silence on co-producing Ranbir Kapoor and Sai Pallavi star Ramayana. And a few days ago, there was speculation that Yash is no longer a part of the Nitesh Tiwari Ravana as a cast member. Nitesh Tiwari's Ramayana is supposed to be a very ambitious project. Filming has started, and Ranbir and Sai Pallavi play the roles of Lord Ram and Sita in this drama. Earlier, there were reports that Yash would play Ravana. However, that's not happening anymore. A few days ago, there was speculation that Yash was no longer part of Nitesh Tiwari's Ramayana. However, he donned the co-producer's hat for Ranbir and Sai Stara. In a new interview, Yash confirmed being a producer for Tiwari's next film. The actor also revealed the reason for producing the film along with Prime Focus Namit Malhotra. In an interview with media, he shared that it has been his long-term aspiration to make films that will help Indian cinema reach a global audience. When he was in LA, Yash wanted to partner with one of the best VFX studios. During that time, he learned about Namit and teamed up with him and their visions for Indian cinema. Yash shared, Namit and I had various ideation sessions, and coincidentally, synergy on the vision for Indian cinema aligned perfectly. We brainstormed various projects during these discussions. The subject of Ramayana came up, and Amit had a part of it in the works. The Ramayana subject deeply resonates with me, and I had an approach in my mind for it. By joining forces to co-produce Ramayana, we are bringing together our collective vision and experience to create an Indian film that will ignite excitement and passion in audiences across the world. Now, further, he's also stated how the story of Ramayana is woven into the fabric of their lives. People believe they know it well, but every time there's new wisdom and knowledge that one learns from the Hindu tale. The KGF star adds, our vision is to translate this timeless epic into the silver screen in a grand spectacle, honoring its scale. But at its core, it will be an honest, faithful portrayal of the story, the emotions and the enduring values we hold so dear. Meanwhile, Sunny Deol will portray Lord Hanuman. There were reports that Bobby Deol would play Kumbhakarna and Vijay Sethupathi would be playing Vibhishan. On the other hand, Yash will also be seen in a new movie by Gitu Mohandas. It's a gory crime thriller called Toxic. So here, friends, one thing is very clear, that a lot of money is being pumped into someone like Ranbir Kapoor. So it seems very clear that, being Mahesh Bhatt's son-in-law, stands him to good advantage. But the fact remains that it's not that strong also, because they could not push Alia Bhatt into the role of Sita, which they would have done, because you remember every second ad belonged to her. Luckily, now we do not have to see Alia Bhatt's face in ads, on YouTube. It's been replaced by another clown, that is, the one with big teeth. What's his name, Jaideep? The one who comes in these Agoda ads, where we only see his teeth. I forget his name. And he's another, person we cannot stand. And then, of course, there's also Ranveer Singh, who comes in some stupid ad. So these are some people we need to really
I really have one sentence to tell Nitesh Tiwari, is that hope you have learned from Adi Purush, the film. where it was a huge flop, and Prabhas acted as Lord Ram, and you had, of course, Saif Ali Khan portraying Ravan, and you can see the kind of characters which look like Mughal characters in Adi Purush.
And
So
look at this AI images of Ranbir. He looks like some clown. You know, instead of like Lord Rama, he looks like a clown. You know, putting some pagadi on top. Where does he
yeah,
look
so
like Lord Ram? Just by standing with a bow and arrow, they think that it's so easy to, replicate Lord Rama. And as Newbie says, Yash would have made a better Sri Ram. He's right about learning new things each time, but we don't need to learn from Bollywood nor from Hollywood. You know, you have to learn it from the South. Southern movies are really good. Rajeshri says, Namaskar from South Africa. I'm a huge fan and always enjoy your program. Thank you so much, Rajeshri, for watching
I
our
mean, no
channel.
one can
It's an honor for
replace
us.
no one can replace Ramanand Sagar's Ramayana. And
If we, if we really put our hearts and souls to it, we can. Just like Bahubali was a huge success. We can make movies like that, especially in the South. But they're not. They don't have the confidence. It looks like to bring it out.
no, they don't have the passion, or they don't have the real what do you say, passion for sticking to Sanatan roots, because obviously the money is coming from say Pakistan, or Islamic people, or someone else. So the thing is that they don't do an accurate portrayal of the characters, and you get the Adi Purush sort of looks for Ram and Ravan and everyone.
Yeah.
So you need someone not from the mainstream film industry making a Ramayana and Mahabharat film. Some indie filmmakers who are not connected to any of these film industries, they can make a very good Ramayana if there is some crowdfunding from people. Then I'm sure that there are so many indie filmmakers who are far more talented than mainstream filmmakers, but they don't
And
have the
also
money
bear in
to.
mind,
Yes.
yeah, and also bear in mind that Yash is very careful when he says that. See, he will try to be innovative at the same time. They will stick to the, faithful portrayal of the story, an honest portrayal of the story, because they're so scared of public. The way the public attacked Adi Purish and ripped it apart, will remain in the memories of Yash and all these people. But yet, what I really don't understand is why Ranveer? Even in Animal, it was not Ranveer who was good. It was Bobby Deol who was good. Yet they do not understand. It's not. So here again, what I'm saying is that it's not about the actor. It's about the money they're pumping into it. Now, however much money you pump into Ramayana, see, it is a epic, right? Somewhere the presence of gods will be there. So if you think that it is all about money, and you keep, the PR keeps saying that it is a myth, it's a mythology, I would just request all of you, whether you are on the side of Bollywood or whether you're on any side, please do not call Ramayana a myth or a mythology, because historically, each and every spot where Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana went has been discovered, and these have become tourist spots. So please do not say that it is mythology. I don't know why Hindus need to take this lying down. In Sanatana Dharma, we need to be very bold about saying that. So please do not call it mythology. These people are not imaginary figures. So
Yeah, so coming to the next piece of news, friends, and now Nora Fatih, she was seen in an interview with Beer Biceps, Ranveer Alabadia, and so she has claimed a lot of things. In fact, she said that most of the Bollywood couples are not married and use each other to stay relevant. They are cloud predators. They just want to use you for the fame. They can't be with me. That's why you don't see me running around with guys or dating, but I see it is happening in front of me. In the film industry, people get married for clout. People use their wives or husbands for networking and for circles, for money or relevance even. They think I have to marry that person so I can stay relevant for the 3 years because she has a few films releasing and they were doing well at the box office. So I have to ride the wave. People are that calculative. Those are predators too. Without naming anyone, she further stated that the couples do so to stay in the right camps. They want to be relevant because they don't know where their career is going to go. So they need some backup plan, plan A, plan B, plan C. I don't understand sacrificing your personal life, mental health, and happiness because work is work. You can't mix them both because then you will never be happy and you'll wonder why you're depressed and suicidal. So apparently, she has openly, indirectly
So,
claimed
but
that all
Jaydeep,
these.
see, yeah, this is nothing new, right? See, we've
Yes,
been talking about this for so long that these are all fictional weddings and these are all fixed by the
yes.
cabal, So, it's like, see, you look at a cartoon, okay, and you find a suitable man's face and a woman's face and you put it together and say they're married. Okay, now for that you get all the money as gifts and all that, and then all that is shared with the cabal. So here also now, they're busy trying to pair up, Ananya and Siddharth, isn't it? Siddharth Kapoor, isn't it? These two, yeah, this guy who's, Vidya's brother-in-law. So they're trying to busy pair them up, not only in ads, but
Aditya
wherever
Roy.
they are.
Aditya Roy Kapoor.
Yes, Aditya Roy. So they're busy trying to pair them up. So you see that, see, now there's no news of Rakul and her husband, okay, so-called husband, okay. Same thing with so many other people like Kiara and Siddharth. Where do you find them? You don't find them anywhere. And Kangana was openly saying that, see, Ranbir and Alia are not married. They live on different floors. They're not married. They just behave like one.
Yeah, so they see both the husband and the wife. If you see, they are in good terms with people like Karan Johar. So Karan Johar invites them for the Coffee with the Karan show, and he has decided who will marry who, right? Or he has indirectly predicted, and that has come true. And that is how the you get roles and offers and everything, and how you make money in Bollywood. Without the circle, you don't do anything. And once you're out of the circle, we know what happened with the lives of Jia Khan and Sushant Singh Rajput, Divya Bharti,
So
and many
Newbie
others.
makes a very valid comment. She says she was on the same path herself. Now maybe someone refused to marry her, so she is bitter. Yeah, but you remember, because she was behind that guy who's in jail. You know, the one who was with.
So Kish Chandrasekhar.
Yes, absolutely. Uh, BK says, Minaji, today only I got some to know about suicide of Tollywood actor Uday Kiran. I didn't know about his death, and many said Chiranjeevi is the cause of it. Shocking as it is labeled suicide. Yes, we've heard about this earlier also. VRK. Thank you, Sunita,
Yeah,
for
very
always
shocking.
wishing well for us. Yes. In fact, I found this a very disturbing trend that in some IIMs and IITs, recently there were some suicides. I don't know whether these are forced deaths or whether these are actual suicides. So this is also something very, disturbing trend. A small, another, I think a child jumped from a top storied, multi-storied building today. So these are all very, I don't know what's happening. Our society is getting so complicated. People don't have anyone to even talk to if they have problems. So this is becoming quite a sad thing. Yes, back to you, Jen.
Yeah, now Kejriwal is in further trouble, and as all of you know that Kejriwal is in jail, and now CBI has arrested, BRS legislator K. Kavita, who is accused of allegedly paying 100 crore rupees to Aam Aadmi Party leaders in return for liquor licenses in Delhi. The CBI has questioned her in Tihar jail on April 5th after a Delhi court granted them permission. Now, meanwhile, terming his appointment illegal and void, Director of Vigilance on Wednesday terminated the service of Bibhav Kumar, private secretary to Arvind Kejriwal. The move comes after the ED on Monday questioned Kumar in the Delhi excise policy case. So, friends, as all of you know that each and every day you have the claims of even Pannu, the Khalistani guy. He also claimed to contribute some huge money to Aam Aadmi Party, and now you can see, there seems to be no respite for the likes of Arvind Kejriwal, who is approached the Supreme Court, for bail, and we'll have to wait and see what Justice Chandrachud, what he is going to decide
Yeah.
soon. And so you can see how, as we near the election, it's just in June 4th, you will know the result, and obviously it looks like 400 seats over for BJP comfortably. And so you can see BJP is becoming very, very aggressive, towards other parties, and it is taking action. It's not being docile like it used to be. Yes.
Sunita
Rakul
says,
announced,
yeah, please go ahead.
yeah, she announced, Rakul announced a millet outlet to be opened very soon in Hyderabad. She already owns few gyms there. She has the support of TRS, who are in opposition right now. And that's how I'm sure she must have got many roles in Telugu film industry, right, Sunita ji? All have become very money-minded and self-centered. Many stay away from fly for, yes, family for specific reasons.
Yeah.
Yes,
So this is in connection with the suicides. Yeah. So
yes.
one thing, friends, I've noted is that see, what happens in Bollywood is that see, when you're no longer relevant, as in you don't get any films or you don't have any, modeling assignments or ads coming, then what happens is you have to reach for the glycerine, bottle of glycerine, and start crying and say that you had such a bad past. It happened to everybody. Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, all of them came up with sub stories. Even Amir Khan a few days back. Now, the latest person to join the bandwagon is none other than Arjun Rampal, who was caught for allegedly caught for drugs by Samir Wankhede, and he questioned. He and his complete family, which means his girlfriend and the girlfriend's brother, who's supposed to be an alleged drug dealer, international drug dealer. So the whole family were being questioned, and then of course, the moment Samir Wankhede was removed, everything died quite dead. Now he says that he was jobless. He had no money to even pay the rent after Moksha, with Manisha Koirala got delayed for 6 years. Did you know that he was supposed to make his debut with Moksha, but went jobless as the film got pushed for 6 years? When National Film Director, cinematographer Ashok Mehta offered him the directorial debut, Moksha, but little did he know that the movie would get delayed for 6 long years. And you will see that he almost went jobless and suffered various difficulties. Arjun made his debut with Rajiv Rai's Pyar Ishq aur Mohabbat in 2001 opposite Sunil Shetty. Aftab and Kirti Reddy. He went on to star in Diwanapan opposite Dia, but what most don't know is his first film was actually supposed to be Moksha. In an interview with the media, he revealed he was a very successful model before entering Bollywood. He was offered Moksha with Manisha Koirala, who was a super hit actress at that time. The first time he saw himself on screen, he hated himself. So he decided to stop modeling and focusing on his acting career. Little did he know it would be delayed for another 6 years. I had no source of income in that period of time. I was living in 7 bungalows in Andheri at the time. I had a wonderful landlord, a Saraji. He'd come on the very first of every month and look me up and say, Nahi hai, you don't have the money? And I'd shake my head. He'd say, Koi nahi, tu de dega. I am sure you will pay me. He was the sweetest man. You need these kind of breaks in your life. Now, on the professional front, he was last seen in Crack, the film released in February 2023, which starred Vidyut Jamwal, Nora Fatehi, and Amy Jackson. So, see, this goes back to the fact that, see, perhaps this guy doesn't have anything in hand and now he wants some attention. So he hopes that these tears will, provoke someone to give him a movie. Yeah.
Yeah, he is
So let's just
completely
take.
without any project or film or anything, in fact. And
Yeah.
this is the only way he can stay relevant. Yes. So welcome Savitri, welcome Sunita ji, welcome Rekha ji. And now,
Arjun was so dashing in his young days. Now he looks young. I wonder where these people lose money. Sunita says, I agree. She had the support of TRS for the roles previously. Yeah, back to you.
so now back to Samir Wankhede case, and now the NCB has confirmed to Bombay High Court that a preliminary inquiry has been initiated against Samir Wankhede, citing some serious allegations of irregularities against him. And a response by the agency came in light of Wankade's petition challenging the notices issued to him over these irregularities in this particular case related to SSR. Now, Sanjay Singh, the Deputy Director General of NCB, filed an affidavit seeking dismissal of Wankade's plea, alleging that he was engaged in forum hunting and delaying and prolonging the inquiry initiated against him. Now, what exactly is forum hunting? It is a legal term that refers to the deliberate choice made by the litigants or the lawyers to bring their case before a particular judge or court in the hope of obtaining a very favorable outcome. So, which means to say that they're accusing him, saying that he or his lawyer made this forum hunting where they chose a particular judge or a particular court to get a favorable outcome. Now, Wankhede has filed multiple rounds of litigation to evade the preliminary inquiry. The petitioner, by filing multiple litigation before different forums, is prolonging and delaying the inquiry. This is what the affidavit said. And earlier, a division bench had accepted the NCB's assurance to halt further notices to Samir Wankhede until hearing of his petition. Now, the court has directed the agency to file an affidavit in response to Wankhede's plea. As per NCB's recent affidavit, Wankhede has resorted to multiple litigations on the same matter, including a case before the CAT, which declined to intervene. The agency asserted that Wankhede's actions are prolonging and obstructing the inquiry process. Furthermore, the agency also refuted Wankhede's claims that the inquiry against him was initiated based on anonymous complaints. And as we know that in January 2024, actor Sapna Pabi submitted a complaint to the NCB claiming that a LOC issued against her was kept pending without any reason. Pabi, who was linked to the drugs case associated with SSR's death, claimed that despite being abroad and offering to provide her statement virtually, the NCB accused her of non-cooperation and issued an LOC. She also alleged illegal searches at her Mumbai residence. Considering these allegations made against Wankhede, it was felt that necessary to conduct an inquiry against him and call him to ascertain the veracity of the allegations. So apparently, we'll have to wait and see how this thing progresses and how the case progresses at this point of time. Yes, welcome Vidyaji. Welcome via KBK. Yes.
Yeah. Now, Karan Johar is known for making sound investments across diverse ventures. The filmmaker has tried to blend art and commerce over the years. Now, recently, he took to Instagram to announce his partnership with Junior NTR's upcoming action saga Devara Part 1. Now, he posted a poster of Junior NTR from the Koratala Siva directorial and wrote, Mass hurricane of grandeur entertainers closer than ever before. Sea waves emoji. Honored and extremely closer to be a part of Man of Masses, Junior NTR's Devara. We're extremely thrilled and proud to announce our partnership for the North theatrical distribution rights for the next cinematic experience in Indian cinema. The filmmaker's company, Dharma, had earlier backed SS Rajmouli's Bahubali. The beginning, the Ghazi attack, Madhuri Dixit's bucket list, and Rajnikant's Akshay Kumar Star 2.0. Now, Janvi reposted Karan's update on her Instagram and captioned it as Brace yourself for a mass hurricane. The start of my most special journey is now in partnership with my Dharma Movies family. Man of the Masses is Junior NTR's Devara in cinemas on 10th October 2024. Now, what I don't understand is Why has Janvi given up on all the Bollywood heroes like Shah Rukh Khan, Akshay Kumar, all the Khans, and gone to join Junior NTR? But why has she lost all hope in Bollywood, and feels that only southern films or southern actors will give her the boost that she needs? Because each and every film of hers was a huge flop because she can't act for nuts. So she's busy promoting now this movie, thinking that Junior NTR will give her the much needed push.
Yeah, so it's quite obvious that Janvi knows that no Bollywood superhero can has the power of South Indian superheroes at this point of time, and
An
so
interesting,
yeah.
yeah, an interesting point by VRK. He says it's the same around the globe: Hollywood, Bollywood, Collywood, and all the woods. Here in Malaysia, one of my friends was a model. The company she was working with asked her to adjust to get more roles. Yes, it's see unless very strict rules and contracts are drawn, VRK, nothing is going to happen. This thing will continue. There was a small video that I saw on Mel Gibson, meeting Antichrist, which is another actor from Hollywood, who gave him the shivers and asked him to act in his film. Now, this Antichrist is another famous actor, but somehow Mel Gibson was not comfortable in front of his presence, and he said that when he asked me to meet him on a hotel terrace, some restaurant, he glided in. So he says that it like a vampire, and it was because he had a graceful way to he used to dance earlier, so he was very graceful. But when he looked at him, Mel Gibson got the shivers. And then when he turned around and after discussing, when they turned around and he looked at one of the buildings, he saw 666 written. And then he saw directly, he looked into his eyes and he knew that he was meeting the wrong person. And the initial conversation started with a lot of talk about torture. And then Mel Gibson decided that he's not going to do his film, you know. But then after that, you'll be shocked to note that Mel Gibson had a very, very bad time. This was after Braveheart, and he received all those Oscars for director as well as actor. After that, for so many years, they made sure that he was not there in the limelight. They said that he was a bad husband, he was a drunkard, he used to beat his wife. So all these things came up. So why is it so familiar with what SSR also famous, faced in India? So if they cannot, bring you around, what they do is they defame you. They defame you and they make you feel that you are a brute, and you are a womanizer. This is exactly what happened in Ujjwal Trivedi's interview, where Simi Chandok said that, Sushant is a womanizer and he was literally falling upon other women in a party. So we all know that it's the most blatant lie, because everyone who's met SSR has spoken only about the opposite, saying that he's a gentleman wherever he goes, very well brought up and very careful about what he talks, and a very spiritually bound person. So this is happening in Hollywood as well, VRK. And if you look at some of the, if you look at the social media very carefully, you'll find that a lot of revelations are coming, and this is going to be even more open because people are now losing their fear and they're speaking about it. Yeah, back to you, Jim.
We are going to see this in Bollywood as well. That more and more outsiders will come out in the open, like Nora Fateh and many others. They will come once they realize that there's no future for them in terms of making money in Bollywood. They will come out in the open in social media channels, and they will reveal what is really happening inside Bollywood. I surely predict this is going to happen in the future. And not only Hollywood, it is happening in Hollywood at this point of time, but very soon it will happen in Bollywood as well. Yes. So that's all the news from my end.
Thank you, friends. We'll see you tomorrow with a lot more news. Good
And
night
friends, do
and
hit the like button. Yes.
Jai Shri Ram.